Choosing your bridal flowers and decor can be one of the most exciting aspects of planning your wedding. The variety and colour that's available seemingly year-round now makes your choices endless. You should have an idea of your colour scheme before you come to see the florist, as it makes a good starting point for discussing the flowers. A good florist will also be able to advise you on the various sorts of flowers you need for your wedding, such as buttonholes, bouquets, table arrangements and ceremony arrangements. They will also be able to show you flowers that are in season at the time of year that you're getting married and will match or complement your wedding colour scheme. A good florist these days is like a mini production team, which means you're not limited to having flowers in terracotta vases. You can have urns, candelabra, silver nightlights and even fabric incorporated into your floral arrangements. So to show you some of the wonderful and exciting creations you can have for your wedding, I've come here to Moisey Stevens in the heart of London Sloane Street to talk to Mark Walker. So Mark, where do you start when a bride comes to see you about her wedding flowers?
The best place has got to be the dress. That is the most most important thing of any bride's day is the dress. They have been dreaming about that dress for how long?
Months.
Years. So the best place is the dress, and that can dictate as in shape, style of flowers. It won't necessarily dictate colour, but it will most definitely dictate style and shape. Whether you have a long trailing shower, which is the traditional, or whether you have a nice little tight posy.
So traditionally a bridal bouquet is usually cream or ivory. Do you have to stick to that, do you think?
No, not necessarily. Rule of thumb, no. Some people like reds and pinks.
And of course we mustn't forget the groom in all of this, must we?
No, you can't forget the groom. He's just as essential, really, isn't he? But what we really do need to decide first is what the actual groom is wearing, and you can either coordinate that, say, with whatever colour waistcoat or whatever is for the buttonhole. You don't want anything too big and too clown-like and too over the top. So, I mean,
It would overwhelm, wouldn't it?
Too overwhelming.
So if inspiration dries up or the groom isn't particularly bothered about flowers, what would you suggest?
I would suggest a single white rose.
You can't go wrong with that, can you? Now we can think about the style of the arrangements for the tables, and really the options seem limitless, don't they? What sort of thing can you have?
They're endless. I mean, if your imagination runs riot, the more, the better. You can have a tall silver candelabra dripping in flowers and ivy trailing down. You can have a Gothic one with a big clump of, say, beautiful velvety red amaryllis, and especially at this time of year. You can have subtle low decorations. You can do baskets and mounds and include fruit. You could do fruit containers or cabbage leaf containers, or you can do coloured water vases with lots of glitter, lots of sparkle to add a bit of extra height.
One of the things I'm absolutely adamant about having at a wedding is great lighting, because it just sets the atmosphere. It makes the room, and it can highlight the flowers and any other sort of decoration that you have in the room. Tonight here we've decorated the mantelpieces, and even right down into the grate here with the candles, which just give a lovely warm look to it. We've pin-spotted all the tables here, because when the candles are lit, it looks really, really effective. So you can see it's just warm pools of light around the room. I've also uplit the pillars tonight and dimmed down the chandeliers. So again, it just gives that sort of intimate feel. And it's amazing what can be done with lighting. So always discuss that with your venue, because it is well worth it.